Packet lesson 4-2, day 2, page 131. Here we go. Question is that number a 1 or not a 1? This is not a 1. What does that mean? Rainbow. 2 times, don't say 1, because that's really add up. That's a negative 1. So I get negative 2. 2 factors of negative 2 that add up to this invisible negative 1 are going to be negative 2 and 1. Now, I will give you a piece of advice. If you have a positive and a negative, I would write this one first, and you're going to see why in a minute. So what I mean is, especially, I'm assuming you watched the pre-lesson. When you rewrite the original, the first one stays the same. Now we're going to replace this with these two. So you have to attach the m to that one, and you have to attach the m to that one, and then we get this. There we go. And remember what I said in the pre-lesson. We want a plus in between our parentheses, and that's why I like to encourage you guys to put the positive one second when you rewrite it, like on purpose. So now we've got our greatest common factor there, our greatest common factor there. Concentrate in here. We can take out a 2m. We'll be left with m minus 1. And notice we've already got an m minus 1, but you have to take something out. Well, in that case, take out a 1. And notice we have a match and a match. So we take those out, and then we write what's left. 2m plus 1. And we're done. And you guys will get better and better at these, I promise. All right, example 2. Is this a got a 1 or a not a 1? It's a got a 1. And it's in descending order and all that, so we can just get started. What are 2 factors of 6 that add up to negative 5? Negative 3 and negative 2. Now, some people say negative 6 and 1. Now, what's wrong with that? Well, when you multiply these together, do you really get a positive 6? No. But these two do both jobs. When you multiply them, you get positive 6. When you add them, you get negative 5. So we're ready to go. This is the stinker when you get 2 negatives. So 6c squared minus 3c. Now watch what I do. Plus a negative 2c plus 1. Why did I just do that? Because I'm sticking with that rule that when I put my parentheses in, I want a plus in between them. It just makes your math a little bit easier. So now I'm going to factor out my greatest common factor for each of these. This would be a 3c. This would be 2c minus 1. And look at guys, I'm going to go ahead and cheat. I know they have to match in order for it to work. So what do I have to factor out of these two things in order to get, look at, negative 2c, positive 2c, positive 1, negative 1. Wouldn't it work to take a negative 1 out? Yep. And I have a match. See, I took them both out, and now I'm left with 3c minus 1. There we have it. All right, example 3. Got a 1 or not a 1? Well, that's not a 1. So we do our rainbow technique. Makes a 9. 2 factors of 9 that add up to 10. 9 and 1. Gotta love it when everything's positive. 3x squared. That was a fun screw up. Plus 3. Insert thy parentheses. That's King James Version right there. What can I take out? Well, let's think about it. Can I take a 3x out of those? And I end up with x plus 3. And then look at it. I want an x plus 3 over here, so what do I take out of this so that I have it? Well, just a 1. These match, which is good. X plus 3. Then I end up with 3x plus 1. There we go. All right. Example 4. Once again, not a 1. 35. Let's find 2 factors of 35 that add up to negative 10. Well, obviously they're going to have to be negatives. Negative 35 and negative 1. I don't think so. Negative 7 and negative 5. I don't think so. Guess what? Prime. Gotta love those. All right. Now, In the previous day lesson, in day 1, I said, hey, if it helps, take the second letter completely out and then put it in at the end. On these nada ones, it's not that big of a deal, and I'm going to prove it to you. So we're going to go like this. 6 times negative 3 is negative 18. 2 factors of negative 18 that add up to negative 7. Negative 9 and 2. And remember, if you got a negative 1 and a positive 1, write that one first in front of the positive one. So I go 6x squared. Now here comes the twist. It's minus 9xy plus 2xy minus 3y squared. It's a mess, but stick with the program. Insert parentheses. I'm going to give myself some more space down here because this one's, whoops, forgot my little space for my greatest common factor. What's my greatest common factor between this and this? Well, that'd be 3x. What would be left? 2x minus 3y. All right, what can I take out of this one? Well, the only thing common is a y, so I'm going to take that out. And I'd be left with 2x minus 3y. Notice these end up matching. So we take one of them out. Well, we take both of them out, really. And then, we factor them out of each term. It's just another factoring. So we get 3x plus y. And if you don't trust it, boil it out. See if you get this back. But you will. All right, have fun with that homework.